Hey, I am Coach Nikki Cates, and this is a self coaching vlog. How are you? I was getting ready to say happy Monday, but it's Tuesday. How was your weekend? Mine was good. It was better than expected. I prayed for peace, and the Lord delivered. My husband and I were in South Florida um, visiting his family, and anytime you spend time around someone's family, you get a better understanding of who they are and why they are the way they are. So I think it was much needed time for that reason, as well as just us spending some time outside together um, instead of being surrounded with the realities of life. Something did happen that kind of disturbed me a little bit, and I understood it, especially after scrolling on TikTok afterwards. Um, my husband is Jamaican and he's been here for 20 plus years. And over half of that time, he has been a citizen. But with the instability and uncertainty and just chaotic manner of the current administration, it's not beyond him that it's possible that they would revoke his citizenship. So he started a conversation with me this weekend while we were together that, I should prepare myself in case X, Y, and Z happens. Like, thought of my husband being in alligator Alcatraz, which I still can't believe is even a reality. At first, I didn't want to have the conversation. I was very honest with him that I felt that putting it out there like that um, was more likely to attract, if not it, at least the fear that surrounds it. And that I'm trusting God. I'm trusting my Lord that my family will stay intact and that we will not be affected by the ripples of this foolishness. Um, so I hold strong to that, but I understood his need based off his personality that he needed to at least say that he had that conversation with me and that we had a discussion about what if. And I just want to send my heart out there to those who do not have the file, at least the paperwork to fall back on. In my instance, we have paperwork, we have marriage, we have his children. Like, there are multiple factors that give us a little bit more security that will not happen. But there are some of us out there that do not have that security. Not that it's a solid foundation of security because, you know, as you all know, I'm leaving my job in less than 2 weeks, and it was voluntary, unlike a lot of my sisters out there. And I will be depending on my VA benefits, you know? And I've had several people ask me, are you sure you want to do that with this current administration? They could snatch those away or minimize those in a moment. And that's very true. It's also very true that he made a promise not to touch that. But apparently, y'all thought he said he wasn't touching so many other things as well that he is touching now. So I am not delusional. I am hopeful and I am trusting God that if in fact that happens, that cash flow will already be coming in other ways. So I am looking for something flexible and probably part time because I am also going to be doing a volunteer cohort through Braven as a leadership coach and also business. I have started putting myself out there on schedules to attend events and to network and to have coffee dates and start getting connected locally here. Um, Not just for business purposes, but for community's sake, because from November to now, we have been very clear that we need to establish community offline. It's nice feeling the camaraderie online, but we need to have that locally as well if the SHIT hits the fan, like for real, for real. So I've been starting to develop or put myself out there to develop those types of community relationships and opportunities to serve as well. Because that which you do unto others, the Lord will see and provide for you. And so that's what I'm hoping to see in my life. Anyway, self-coaching wise, I said all of that to say you have to do what you can do, because stressing ourselves out about what we can't change or control does nothing but make us sick from the inside out. And what we really want to see is transformation from the inside out. So you have to be very mindful to be aware of what you're thinking and what you're saying. And remember that it is very much so true. The cliche that which you focus on expands is very, very true. So taking time first thing in your day, like we've talked about on here before, I believe that this is one of the most vital aspects to being able to self-coach yourself, is grounding yourself, understanding where you are in that moment, on that day, in this season, understanding what you're thinking, understanding how you're feeling and why, understanding what you did yesterday, why you did it, how, and should you be moving like that today? I can't tell you how many times I've allowed myself to follow that train of thought and felt very cringe afterwards. Because sometimes we are cringe to our new future selves. And it just is what it is, y'all. It's part of the growth process. Growth is uncomfortable. It really is. So take that into consideration as you are learning how to self-coach yourself. It's about accountability. And to be honest with you, I honestly don't see it to be fully possible to fully coach yourself without having someone or someones to hold you accountable, because um, self-will only lasts for so long.